What's up, guys? It's your boy Sorrow. This is part number 4 of the 6-part series of the tutorials and tips for Splinter Cell Blacklist. Now, this part is actually pretty different from how I did all the other parts. Each part has been basically on each different type of game mode, but this is all about your team setup. And what I mean by that is, if you watch my first video on how you should personally set up your class, this is basically on how your team should set up your class. So let's get this video started, seriously. Every game mode, always remember, you're always going to need a different class, no matter how you play it. Unless Blacklist and Extraction, you can almost use the same identical class, but for something like Uplink and Team Deathmatch, you have to use different classes because anyone can be a spy or anyone can be a mercenary. So it's actually a mixture of different things. Now, for Team Deathmatch or Uplink, this is the team class I do prefer. Trust me, I've tested this out with my friends. It worked perfectly. This is good for comebacks. This is good for blowing people out in matches. This is very good. It's a very good defensive strategy. Now, when you play Team Deathmatch, you always, now if you have a four party, I'll say four party, I'll start off like that. If you have a full party, you can either do 2 spies and 2 mercenaries or 3 spies and 1 mercenary. Now, let's start off with the spies. You should have 1 spy that actually has the intel suit on, so it can actually tag people. This will come in handy for the mercenary, since basically the mercenary cannot really see through the walls. Now, the second spy should have the overcharge suit on. Well, actually 2 spies have the overcharge suit on. This will come in handy. Let's say, for instance, the mercenary walks into a sticky cam, right? If you activate your overcharge suit, basically your mercenary don't die from it because you blew it up. Or if somebody's throwing something at your mercenary and you hit your overcharge, you will actually kill them. Now, always remember, each one of your spies should always have sonar visions or the EMF. But for Team Deathmatch and Uplink, I prefer sonars because that's what everybody use. Now, when it comes to your mercenary, when it comes to your mercenary, this is what I actually do prefer for the mercenary to have. Hands down, when it comes to your goggles, motion tracking, or all 3 of them are actually good. I use all 3, but for those type of game modes, I usually use motion tracking or ATS because you can actually hear when people are shooting at you and it identifies them. Not only that, you can actually see them across the map, so you can actually help your spy out like I usually do. RFD comes in handy sometimes, not all the time, but like I said, motion tracking or ATS. When it comes to your ops suit, guys, always have this disruptor suit on. Now, when you're the mercenary and you're standing between all these spies, let's say for some weird example, you're playing a whole bunch of other spies, right? What do you think they're going to have on? Sonars. So, check this out. One spy used the tag system, bada bing, bada boom. They're seen, right? The other spy used the overcharge system. It kills all devices that's on the ground. Now, use the disruptor suit. You know why? Now the enemy cannot use their overcharge suit. The enemy now cannot use their no kind of devices against you, and they cannot use their sonars. So right in the air, the enemy is fighting you blind while you have your sonars on, and you basically got the enemy trapped. And right then and there, that's guaranteed 2 to 4 kills, and that's guaranteed no death. Trust and believe. Now, if you do 2 spies and 2 mercenaries, both spies will have basically the overcharge. No, one will have the tag, one will have overcharge. Both mercenaries will have both disruptor suits. There's no need for adrenaline and there's no need for UAV in Team Deathmatch because you're just going to end up dying more out of anything. So if they both have disruptor suit on, one use it 1 minute and the other use it another minute, right then and there, guys, you're literally keeping the enemy blind for 45 to 65 seconds, hands down. Trust me, it works. I tested out, and I did a Team Deathmatch with a couple of friends, and we did this, and literally we blew them out. It was like 40 to like 2. It was ridiculous, and these guys were high levels, I'm telling you. Same thing with if you have a 3-man party, you can have 2 spies and 1 mercenary, 1 tag, 1 overcharge, and 1 disruptor. It works, trust and believe. This class actually works really good for Uplink as well, because the mercenary have a better chance of surviving shots, going in there and capturing the Uplink place. So then you actually will have your spies on the outskirts of it using sonars, using overcharge, and you're using disruptor. So while they're coming behind them, you're keeping them blind and you're watching out. So that is the best type of class setup you should have for your team. It works. I'm telling you guys, it really works. I'm dead serious. Now, when it comes to Blacklist, and when it comes to Blacklist, it really doesn't matter because you have all mercenaries. Now, one thing I did try out is all my mercenaries to have adrenaline suits on, and it was kind of funny because we actually will charge one type of place immediately and hold it down. So all adrenaline suits actually really do work. I do prefer 2 mercenaries to always have disruptor suits on. At least one to have adrenaline suit and one to have UAV. That helps in your party because not only are you watching your person's back, but you're knocking out their sonars and whatever they have as well. Now, when it comes to the spies, when it comes to a team setup, guys, overcharge, of course, at least 2 people overcharge. At least 1 person with the tag system, of course, and 1 person with the ghillie suit. The ghillie suit will come very in handy for capturing bases and doing things of that nature. So always have 1 person with a ghillie suit, 1 person or 2 people with overcharge, and at least 1 person with the tag system. Or you could do 2 tag systems back to back, which give you 20 seconds of your enemy actually glowing up red on the map. Now, when it comes to extraction, basically the same class. It works perfectly. But this is what you would change up. You would change up your boots to sprint boots. To at least 1 person will have sprint boots. 2 or 3 people have armored boots because they have to protect you. In extraction, when you're the mercenary, have all the armor you can have. Trust me, it works. Have disruptor on as well. Have somebody have one person have the motion tracker on, and 1 person that have dang, I forgot the name of it. How did I forget the name of it that quick? 1 person have motion tracker on and 1 person have the ATS on. And it works perfectly, guys. Dead serious. When you're the spies in extraction, trust and believe, sonars all day, overcharge, 1 person with the tag, 1 person will overcharge, and at least 2 people with ghillie suits. Because it will come in handy when you're actually watching that extraction point and they cannot find it. So if they actually end up getting the extraction point, you're invisible to these guys so you can stop them and actually sneak up on them or stand in base without them seeing you. So I really do hope you guys really enjoyed this tips and tutorials. Please give this video a thumbs up. Share it to all your Blacklist friends because you know why? You guys like Octagon Gaming Series. And you guys know y'all enjoy me. I know y'all do. I really know y'all do. Seriously. I am going to do the top 5 things about myself Sunday. So, yeah. Besides that, if you have any questions, PM me or private message me. That's what it means. If you send me a friend request, the_server_gamer, remember, message me. Do not send me a friend request. Message me because I might have a full friends list. Now, if you've gotten deleted, don't be upset because I actually got you saved in my message board because I might want to play with you again and I can't hold everybody. Not only that, I'm hearing that the PlayStation 4 is going to have a much better friends list system and a much bigger one. So then I will be able to add everybody, which would be pretty epic. But besides that, if this is your first time watching my videos, watch the other parts. Please subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, share it to your friends, put in your favorites to hear me in the future. No homo. And yeah, that's how I roll. Like a boss.